now I might find myself in a situation where we kind of got to walk some of that back. Maybe we got to kind of take a walk, take a stroll, and kind of like not like Lance Stroll, and take a look at the position that Max Verstappen was in, and quite possibly we might have to give Max more credit than I gave him yesterday. And you know that's hard for me. It's not really hard for me, but sometimes it's got to be done. So Max Verstappen fans, people that like Max, people that were out there supporting Max, even people that were trying to tell others like me that you're wrong, Max was right, he had the right of way, Lando was in the wrong. I have to say now, without any doubt, I just got to say it because I want to be fair to everybody. What's up, Galactus? You're still damn wrong. Hell no, I ain't wrong. And hell yeah, Max was all the way wrong, and I don't give a damn what you think. Hell no, he wasn't right. Hell no, he wasn't right. He wasn't right for shit. And if you stayed around for 30 seconds being a Max Verstappen fan, just licking your chops like, ooh, Wolfpack's about to finally admit that Max is the greatest. Wrong. Feel free to stay around a little bit more to see what else I'm going to say. But we'll about to get into this real quick. Max Verstappen, Mr. Crash Stappen, Mr. Max plus Massey equals NDA does it again. But I just really got to talk about some things that are very crazy right now. I got to talk about some things that are very crazy because I just find it really ridiculous to hear some of the things that people are saying, to hear some of the things that people are being quoted as saying right now, because I don't know where these people have been. I'm thinking that these people are clones and they have been replaced by another race, another being, because none of these people were talking quite as negatively about Max, which is very accurate what they're saying. None of these people were saying any of this in 2021 when Max was pulling this crap. When Max was running Lewis off track, it was all Max is a hard driver. When Max was running Lewis off track, it was you gotta drive strong, get around Max, you good old boy Max. It was all this Max glowing, doing the thing, coming for the throne. Now it's, Max, I'm not impressed. I just gotta say, I'm like, where the hell were you all? Where were you? First, let me talk about these three stooges. I'm going to give Will Buxton a little bit more leeway. But Jolyon Palmer, you have been indicted. You are indicted. And this guy in the middle, I don't know who the hell he is. It was very comical and challenging to even listen to him throughout the weekend. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not trying to throw shade on the bro or, his accent or whatever the case is, but I was like, so these opportunities come about how? But anyway, Jolyon Palmer, you don't get away with this, bro. You don't get away with saying the things you said yesterday without being called on the carpet. Where were you about these things 2021, 2022 about Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton? Where were you, bro? Where were you? You wasn't impressed with Max's driving yesterday? Then how the hell were you impressed about Max in 2021? Because he did this all season with little to no penalty that mattered at all. Max did this all season. Sylvia with Kelly, and I'm trying to, we're going to get into that on another one but I'm trying to tell you, what he did this all season. So if you weren't impressed with yesterday, how do you find yourself impressed with the young up-and-coming Max Verstappen trying to take Lewis Hamilton's throne in 2021, bro? I mean, you are right now so hypocritical in this situation, it is not even funny. It's not even funny. Bro, you literally up there talking about Max and what he did to Lando. What about matter of fact, Jolyon Palmer went as far to say that I would say the respect that has been shown from Lando to Max was not shown from Max to Lewis Hamilton. But you didn't say that in 2021. I don't recall you saying that in 2021, Jolyon Palmer, with your lackluster driving career, talking from a loser's perspective I know I talk from somebody who never drove in Formula One, but bro, we got the same amount of pole positions and driving championships as each other, and one of us had the opportunity, and I did not. So I'm just saying, where were you during all of that? Because you weren't talking like that in 2021. You weren't talking like that in 2022. But now that it's happened to Lando, oh, now it's okay to put Max out there a little bit. That Max, what he did today was just totally wrong. Okay, now it's all right. Now it's okay. And let's go to somebody else. Let's talk about Andrea Stella. Let's talk about Stella, not the beer. Let's talk about it. The problem is that if you don't address these things honestly, they will come back. They have come back today because they were not addressed properly in the past, where there were fights with Lewis that needed to be punished in a harsher way. Bro, hold up. Wait a minute. Did you say this then? I don't know. I don't recall. So if anybody recalls Andrea Stella in 2022, I'll even give him a year removed. If anybody recalls Mr. Stella, not the beer, having a quote as this in Sky Sports and Formula One TV on any type of podcast, I want you to let me know so I can say, hey, he kept the same energy. I don't recall him being quoted as saying, I can't believe this type of situation is happening with Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen needs to be punished harshly. I don't recall it. Y'all let Max get away with everything under the sun and penalize him in ways that it wouldn't matter, that it didn't derail his career, derail his championship fight. Y'all let him get away with it. Where was this energy when it was happening? Where were you? Because I don't remember you saying this. I do not remember Zach Brown saying this. I do not remember team principals coming out and saying that what Max is doing is wrong and he needs to be punished before the season finishes and it gets out of hand. But now, wait a minute. Now Lando is in the crosshairs and I want to use Lewis's name, okay? Because now you want to put Lewis's name in it to try to bring some sympathy to your case, which we all saw it. We've been seeing it. You might just be new to understanding and feeling it. You've been seeing it too, but it didn't matter because it wasn't you. It didn't matter because it was Lewis Hamilton, and y'all wanted to see him dethroned. Some of y'all was out there being some hateful-ass people and didn't care about Lewis Hamilton being treated the way he was being treated by Max Verstappen, by Red Bull Racing, by the FIA, and by fans of like. You didn't care because you wanted to see him dethroned. You didn't want to see him get his 8th. Sylvia Wick Kelly says nobody defended Lewis, not even Toto. Toto, you went crowd surfing as your bro supposedly got robbed. You was crowd surfing for your Constructors' Championship, by the way, which was only possible because of Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri. All of a sudden, people seem to have woken up and said, you know what? This is wrong. And let me tell y'all something right now. Woke is not in the sense that these dumbasses try to make it seem. Not in the negative fashion whatsoever that they try to make it seem. Woke means you have come alive to the realization of your true self. These assholes finally come alive. And guess what? Stop lying. Because they've been lying and hiding it this whole time. This whole time. It's crazy. Oh, but it's not over. Can we talk about this douchebag right here? Can we please talk about this douchebag, Alex Brundle, still Max sympathizer, Max make an excuse for, It was the consequences that I think needed to be penalized, not Max. Max didn't see Lando. What in the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Max didn't see Lando. By the way, I love how you brought up a point in your video that is way later and show like Max was not checking his mirrors. Don't worry, bro, I'll help you out. Because obviously, maybe I have access to footage that's a bit more clear than you do working for Formula One in the studio of Formula One, doing worldwide television for Formula One. And thank you, Will Buxton, for laughing at his ass. Thank you for laughing at Alex Brundle, which is dad. We're not even going to get on that. Thank you for laughing at this damn clown. This dude said Max didn't see Lando. It wasn't Max that needed to be penalized. It was the consequences of the act. Are you crazy? Are you absolutely crazy? Okay, well, if you didn't know, I'll show you. I will show you. Mr. Lion-ass Brundle. Let's look at this, please. All right, Mr. Lion-ass Brundle, let's check this out. We're going to go through this real quick. We're going to look at this. Max. We are going to show Max looking for Lando more than once. More than once. Right here, he looks and checks the left mirror right there. He's checking the left mirror right now, looking for that papaya car. That is one. That's one time. Here he goes, still looking back there. He's still looking in that mirror, looking for Lando. Checking the right mirror, looking for Lando. Twice he checks for Lando. He knows Lando is there. He is just looking to see how he is going to block Lando off. Here it is again. Boom, he sees Lando. He knows where Lando is. How do you sit on worldwide television and spew the shit that you said on that broadcast? How do you sit there and try to tell us all that Lando was nowhere near in Max Verstappen's sight? OG Zilla, what's up, brother? Bro, I was laughing hard when Max started to complain about Lando drive. Bro, how he gonna complain about dive bombing when he done put his initials on dive bombing? Max's picture is next to dive bombing in the dictionary. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? I cannot believe Alex Brundle sat up there and told that bold-faced lie. I cannot believe he sat up there and told that bold-faced lie. We will look at it again. Let's look at it one more again, shall we? Here it is. Max Verstappen looking straight ahead right now. He's looking straight ahead. Alex Brundle. Here's Max. He's already starting to look in his left mirror. Boom, he checks his left mirror right there. He's still checking his left mirror for seconds on end. Here it is right here. He immediately goes to check his right-hand mirror. And now he sees, come on, man, what are we talking about? Alex Brundle is ridiculous. What are we doing? I cannot believe this crap. Anthony Carrier says, what's good, Jay? Glad you one of these same ones. Bro, I'm just saying, they got to call it like it is, man. This dude sat up here and lied on national broadcast. He has access to more video points, more content, more telemetry than I ever will, because they likely will never bring me in. One, probably because I'm black. Two, because I'm not going to go along with the bullshit. And three, because I'm not kissing no ass. Dude lied. He sat up here and told this crap like we were supposed to believe. Max, he literally said Max didn't see Lando. What are you talking about? They've been on the hunt for a lap. Max knows Lando is there. Oh, but if that's not enough, okay, that's cool. That's not enough. Let's look at this. Let's look from a bird's eye view. Shall we? Can we look from a bird's eye view? Let's look at this view. Right here, dancing around in the lane, Max Verstappen. Notice that Max has his car already pointed right. In this footage you see. Watch where Max goes. Look at Lando's car. Lando is already going to the left. Lando is going to the left. Max Verstappen has committed to going right. Here it is. Lando is getting ready to move into the space, trying to make the pass on the outside. At this point, you're already looking at the footage I showed you from a bird's eye view. Max is now going to check his left-hand mirror for some time. Max has still moving right. He's still moving right. Lando has committed to the left. He's committed to going outside. Max is on the right. Watch what Max does. Bow. Max changes his direction and is now starting to go left to try to cut Lando off. This is what Max Verstappen does. He's trying to do it ever so subtly. Look at his car. It is clearly pointed right. Clearly. He's going to change right there. He changes his direction. Now he knows Lando's there. He's going to slowly pitch him like he always does. And there it is. Let me tell you what the difference is, people. Let me tell you what the difference is. The difference is this. The difference is Lewis Hamilton avoided a lot of these collisions. Lewis Hamilton gave to sacrifice his car in a lot of these situations. Lewis Hamilton should have stuck to his guns and crashed Max's ass out. Because you notice, Max don't quite drive as aggressive against Russell. Why? Russell put that hole in his side pod, let him know, like, bro, I ain't moving. I bet you he gonna drive a little different against Lando. J-Rob, they thought Max matured so much, as they say it in the past 2 years, that he would never be Crash Stappen. Once Crash Stappen, always Crash Stappen. You not lying, and I said it. Once he gets pressured, you gonna see Mad Max come back out. He hasn't changed. For a moment, I thought Max just might with some of the things he was saying. But when you see a little bit of pressure on Max, it comes out. This is what you get. Mad crash you out, Max. This is classic Max Verstappen, people. Classic Max Verstappen. And while we're talking about it, let's talk about this BS penalty. Yes, he got penalized. 10 seconds, 2 penalty points, total of 4 for a 12-month period. What did that change for Max Verstappen? How at all did he really? Max should have a grid penalty going into the next race this coming up weekend. Max should have a grid drop penalty going into the race this coming up weekend in Silverstone. That's what he should have. That is what he should have. But instead, he's going to stay right there. And as you see, car 1 right here, 10-second penalty, causing collision. It should be a grid place penalty for the following event. That is what should be happening to Max Verstappen. Instead, Max keeps 5th, collects those points. And that's fine if that's what they were going to do. But they should have definitely grid place penalty. And it is wild to hear the excuses that people even still today are making for Max. It is wild. People come in here and guess what they can say now? Oh, Wolfpack, they've been waiting for Max. Max been messing up. What are you talking about? You just still in denial, or you know, and you just still covering it up, trying to act like we don't know. This is who Max Verstappen is. They weren't impressed with Max's wheel-to-wheel driving because Max is not a good wheel-to-wheel driver. When you have an equally or exceeding competitive car, Max is going to be just this dive bomb, run you off the track, Mad Max. This is who he is. And I just find it utterly disgusting that these individuals want to sit up here now and try to talk to us as if this is brand new news to them. It is not. I'm proud bringing back out my Crash Verstappen t-shirt, also booking an eye test for Max. He can't see shit, I'm telling you. He can't see nothing. According to Alex Brundle, Max is blind. Max has no discrimination in his visual sight. He's just out there driving Formula One with horse blinders on. He can't see left or right, people. He can't see those mirrors. Alex Brundle, you played yourself. And you look crazy. You looked so crazy. Alex Brundle, you looked so crazy that Will Buxton couldn't help but laugh at your ass on worldwide broadcast. He had to laugh at you and then still proceeded to call you out. As if you feel like that, then I feel like you haven't been watching Max Verstappen drive for the last couple of years. Will, should have said more of that in the last couple of years. Y'all admitted to more in this time of sitting in the post-race warm cool down than you have admitted to in the past 2 years since Lewis Hamilton got derailed, railroaded, and cheated out of his 8th World Driving Championship title. I watched y'all do it. I watched you hide. I watched you turn a blind eye. I watched you not say anything to the press. I watched you make mistakes on broadcast and podcast of Lewis being an 8-time world championship because it was in your heart, but you were trying to keep it suppressed. But all of a sudden now, you want to have a come out, tell the truth party about Max Verstappen. You know what we say in Texas? Miss me with the bullshit. It's a shame. It's a shame. It really is. It's comedy. It is ridiculous. I can't even say anything, but it's ridiculous. I know some people wish they were still part of this family to get in on this here. I'm telling you. But stay where you at. I want people who used to be here, I want you just like Max Verstappen, far away from me, because I don't need you crashing into me. I don't need you bumping into me. If people like these individuals that sit up here and all of a sudden talk about what Max did, J-Rob said the friendship is over. Hey, you heard what Lando said. I don't have to say nothing. It's on Max to come talk to me. OG Zilla, why did they only penalize the one that caused the incident? Max moved under braking, moved for a bunch of laps before that. Thank you, OG Zilla. And I said it last broadcast. Max just moving around in the braking lane. He's supposed to have Kevin Magnussen penalties in this race. He's supposed to have 30 seconds of time penalty and a grid drop penalty. All the moving around he did in the braking zone, all the changing directions, all the pushing off the track. Max should be penalized so much so that he has a grid place penalty for next race because it was egregious what he was doing. So much so that his best friend who has matching necklaces don't probably want to be his friend anymore if he don't come talk to him tonight. DG Big Blue Navy, hoorah. They have been changing the rules for Max and Red Bull Racing and RBV Cap for the last 3 to 4 years. The rules don't apply to Max. Just look at Yuki's fine. Hey, I talked about that too. Yuki fined 40,000 euros for saying what he said, and I get it. But what I don't get is Max did worse than that, and you didn't fine him. Andrea Stella, guess what? I agree with everything you said right here. But what I don't agree with is you just now saying it. That's what I don't agree with. You're just now saying it. I know better late than never, but in this situation, you look like an asshole. Just a little bit. You look like an asshole. Because what your driver got in Lando, which big shout out to McLaren, Appreciate the hat. Smart Sheet got it for me. Danny Rick, Lando signed it. Appreciate it. Lando, appreciate talking to you while I was there. But nothing against you right now in this instance. But what I'm saying is this. You didn't lose anything but one race win. Lewis Hamilton lost a historical 8-time World Driving Championship title because of what Max Verstappen did to you was done to him in a race where it should have never been allowed. You lost a race win, which you just got your first race win 110 GPs later. Lewis Hamilton was on the border of breaking history and being the only driver to have 8 driving championship titles. And since then, Mercedes has made such a crap car, he can't even win a race in it. Unless, like Russell, picked up the pieces. So miss me with Russell's a better driver. Russell has benefited in racing from situations and it happens. But that's all you lost. I do not feel bad for you right now. I feel like you in the right. I feel like Max did you wrong, and I feel like you need to speak up about it. But people need to feel bad for Lewis. Because you only talking about Lando not getting 2 race wins. You talking about what happened to Lewis, can't never get that back. True, Lando can't go get this 1 second race win back. But he sure got a lot more time to get a lot more. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible, people. I guess you all finally woke up. Welcome to the party. We kind of cleaning up now, and the house is back to regular. We done put all the decorations up. Everybody, the cake's gone. We done thrown the soda and the ice out the cooler. But I guess since you're at the party, there's some chips left on the table. So have you some chips and some dip, and have you a big bag of that using asshole chip. That using asshole chip, you might like the way that one tastes. It tastes like shit, but you might like it because you've been holding shit down your throat for 3 years now, not talking the truth about what happened to Lewis Hamilton in 2021. And now y'all want to throw it all up in the name of Lando. Now you want to put it all regurgitated in the name of Lando. Man, let me tell y'all right now, I'll see y'all in the Discord. We got a Discord group meet. I think in about 30 minutes, I will see the Wolf Pack in the Discord so I can hear what you all think about it. We're going to spend about 40 minutes or so before I got to go to another meeting, try to get some other things set for content. We're going to spend about 40 minutes or so. When I say it's over because we're going to be hot and heavy, but we can also come back and talk about it again. We might even have a part 2. So Wolfpack members, get ready to get into the Discord. 1600, I believe the time is, right? Is that what I set the time for? Let me check and see what I set that time for in the Discord group, because I want to hear what y'all got to say about this. I don't talk enough. Yep, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 30 minutes from now, we will be in the Discord talking about this situation and some of the race from Austria. So I will see you all then. This is utterly ridiculous. Jolyon Palmer, you're a joke. Will Buxton, hey, I think you did all right, but you probably could have said or done more. And Alex Brundle, you are absolutely a clown. Alex Brundle, you are absolutely a clown for what you said up there, bro. And I hope somebody lets you know besides Will Buxton, because you look like a damn clown. You look like you had on a Max shirt, probably got on Max drawers, Max socks, Max PJs underneath those clothes that you wearing right there on the set, and you was in your Max bag about Max, it wasn't Max that needed to be penalized, it was the consequences. Well, who caused it? Max. Oh, well, he didn't see him, so he not at fault. Alex Brundle, you look like a fool, bro. You look like a straight up fool. All right, Wolfpack out.